I'm a loser, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. Um, I wasn't purposely trying to become a loser or anything along those lines, but I don't know. I kind of saw me going down the least popular path in life.
At first, I thought this was a joke because of the title. The title is called "I'm a Loser." It is what it is. Shout out to the short and bald dude. But hey, this is actually serious.
And I don't know. I just didn't steer clear from it, man. I just kept on going. Like I seen I was going the wrong way and just said, I'm already on this downtrodden path, so I'm gonna continue type. That's really how I was. And I'm a loser, not in the sense that, I'm unproductive or don't do anything useful in my life. You know, I still work a full-time job as of right now. Definitely have a pretty good savings. I'm financially savvy, smart. You know what I'm saying? My finances are in order.
So listen to what he's saying. A lot of dudes are doing the right things. You have a job, you're responsible, you're gainfully employed, you actually save money. It's a lot who can't save any money. That's a success in itself. But the guy who is probably unlike many Americans with being responsible is still calling himself a loser, although it appears he's doing the right thing. I have no idea what he's talking about when he says he's going down the wrong path.
Finances are in order like that, but I don't really have hobbies, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, y'all gonna say I'm crying about my height, but it is what it is, bro. Like, this is a common reoccurrence on this channel at this point, so I don't know. I just found out my cooked. I just found out I'm romantically cooked as far as my SMV goes because of immutable characteristics. Keyword height. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, that kind of led me going down the wrong path, man. And it left me feeling like complacent with where I am in life. And don't get me wrong, I'm in a very comfortable spot in life, but it's like I feel like you should never be complacent in life, because once you're complacent, I feel like that's when death comes earlier.
Oh, okay. So he's short. Obviously, he's bald. So because he's short, he's sexually cooked. Maybe that means that he feels like he shouldn't try harder because since he's sexually cooked, it's almost like whatever he does financially or educationally wise, it won't matter because he's always going to be short. So then why should he try to get more out of life?
Once you're complacent, I feel like that's when death comes earlier. That, and I kind of do want to get this simulation over with. But anyway, that's besides the point. I don't know, man. I kind of...
Wait, simulation? Bro, hold on. Wait, go stop the show. You want to get what over with? Bruh sounding like you can tell something. This is really bothering dude, man. So like I said, man, you never know what men are going through. Men, mental health is down bad. It sounds like this dude might be on the path to self-deletion. I'm not sure, but
I feel like I let my younger self down, but not really so much in a sense, because I didn't know that height would be this drastic to overall life quality for men. So it's like, I couldn't foresee what I'm experiencing now as a child. But I don't know. Like I said, I really don't have a social life. I don't have friends or anything like that, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm not I'm not on that type of time with it. I actually don't mind it. I'm fine with it. It's called being self-actualized, self-realized, and understanding and accepting who you are as a person. And I kind of came to this realization a couple years back that I might be a loser, man, because why don't I have friends, bro? Why don't I have friends? Why don't I have a social life? Why don't I have hobbies outside of making money? Really, my only hobby is doing crypto, which is, of course, I got into crypto to make money. Like, I got into crypto back when I was in college.
Okay, so his problem is just not women. His problem is like anti-social. Because let me just say this. It don't really matter how short or how tall you are, right? if you're a likable person, your chances are extremely higher to clap cheeks. Like, if people like you and they want to work with you, it's easier for you to build the world that you want to see. And as a man, it don't really matter how tall you are, you can build what you want in life. Like, for example, I got a homeboy, he just went to this big video game festival in like Orlando. They've been having it there for like, I don't know, like 10 years, 15 years, something like that. And the dude that started it, it was literally in his garage. And this is not like the founder of this dude is not like a, I don't know, like a really like handsome guy or something like that. But because it's his convention, he can almost clap anything he wants. He does it once a year. So it's not going to matter anymore that he's not attractive or he's short or he's fat. He's creating the world that he wants to see. But if nobody likes you and you don't have a, hold on. But if nobody likes you and you have a hard time making friends, it's hard to get women when nobody likes you because you're antisocial.
Before this bull run even started, type is back. You know what I'm saying? I was writing 8-page papers on crypto, just hoping to make it, and then eventually I would make it, which is crazy to me. It's truly a blessing. But you know, I forgot what this whole video was about for real. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Still feeling a little under the weather, so that's affecting my voice. Hope y'all don't mind. Anyway, in regards to what I was talking about, I don't really have a social life. I'm saying I never felt it imperative, especially as an adult. Like, maybe when you're younger, you kind of want a social life and you kind of want to connect with different souls in this universe. But for me, it's just whatever, bro. I mean, it ain't. I'm not fully opposed to having friends or, you know, bonding with other people, but it's just I don't really care for it. Like,
okay, so the guy is confusing. On one end, his life is cooked. He's okay with not having friends or sometimes even women, but he wonders, why don't he have a social life? So in one aspect, he cares, and then he doesn't care. I don't know, man. Like, you know, the guy is kind of going back and forth. Let me just say this. I don't care how old you are. Having friends or acquaintances is not just a teenage thing. Look, I live in Uganda. You know what I mean? And I have friends here in the American diaspora community. I have friends that are in the Ugandan community. You need friends. You need to be around people that genuinely like you and can do stuff for you. There's nothing wrong with having that value exchange with somebody, male or female, in your life. But you gotta stop acting as if it doesn't bother you when it does. If you want friends, you want people in your life, you want to interact, you have to actually try to do that instead of trying to make excuses. Like, at one point you don't want to do it, then you come back and say, oh, okay, well, I ain't tripping, it's fine. But then, well, why don't I have it? You got to make an effort. Otherwise, you'll end up like this guy being complacent because you just keep telling yourself it's okay. That's why it's complacent.
Give or take, and I'm likely gonna leave that on the table. I don't really care for relationships or friendships like that. I mean,
but you just said that you want relationships and friendships. You made a whole video about it. Again, man, like, some of y'all gonna have to be serious about what you want in life. It bothers you that you don't have it, but you don't really take it seriously, but you're making a video about it. Whole bunch of girls is like that. Oh, I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want a husband. Oh, but I wish I had one. But you're not making any efforts towards so it doesn't happen for you.
Relationships, as in platonically speaking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely down to meet new women, have sex with them, and, you know, see where it goes from there. But I mean, as far as same-sex platonic relationships, I don't really, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think another reason why I was led down this path is lack of female companionship throughout life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not absolutely, you know what I'm saying, never had nobody in life, but, you know, it's like I said, I've gone like 8, 9, 10 year droughts with no contact from women. you know, not on that level.
Whoa. Okay, let me kind of get back to the situation here. He wants to have like female interaction, but he hasn't. But his male on male platonic, he doesn't care about it. Like, let me just tell you guys something, man. This is something that's very important. If you have a good male friend, especially a dude that's a holla monster, that's a go-getter, and I had one, man. His name was Gerald. We called him Big Head Tyrese. He's from Bakersfield. He came to America for college, man, for like 2 years. I don't know where he at now, man, but shout out to you if you see this video. And he would be on everything, right? Like, yo, man, we gonna go out here and get these numbers. We go to the California State Fair when it was cracking. Like, he was just out there on one. Like, having a dude that's always trying to get at women, it helps you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or a dude that's active. He got a date. Oh, you got a friend from my friend? Boom. Or just a dude that you, like I said, a lot of dudes help you get money, man. I want to give a shout out to my guy, the Subi Shop YouTube channel. He's here from the UK, and he's doing pretty good on YouTube right now. And he just basically gave me some information that helps me here on YouTube, which it allows me to do what I do better and helps my team get better. You gotta have those male friends, man. Like, almost every group of dudes, like if you come to Africa, you come to Uganda, you come to Kenya, you're gonna see a whole bunch of Chinese men, especially in Kenya, hanging out, doing business, bunch of Indian men hanging out, doing business, helping each other out. And that in turn gets women. It does. A lot of black men just trying to go out as solo dolo. Bro, you gotta have men in your life, man. Men as friends, men that give you advice, men that you can talk to. And when you don't have that, man, it really hurts your relationships with women even more, because that masculine presence brings it out of you more when women, so that you do know how to do things. Sometimes you don't know how to do things. You're struggling with your relationships with a female or whatever. You talk to your partner. Okay, you know, especially if you level-headed. Here's how do you approach this. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, man, that worked. Thanks. But he don't have it in his life. That's why it's hard for him to get women. Like I said, a dude that is around women, that could talk to women, will help you get women.
Not on that level. So, like, I know what it's like to not. I know what it's like to be womanless. As a heterosexual man, it kind of eats away at you, especially in your younger ages. But eventually, you kind of come to terms with what your life is and how it is and why it is. That's the key word there. Why it is, and it's because of height. So you know, coming to terms with shit like that. I don't know, man.
Bro, I don't know how tall you are. There's plenty of dudes, man, that's your height or shorter that don't have your experience. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with the brother. His mindset and his outlook, okay? Yes, if you short, that can hurt you. But your mentality and having an open mind about something helps everything that you're doing. Now, another thing, I know a guy's gonna come into the comment section and say, hey, what about going to Colombia? What about going to Brazil? What about going to the DR? He could do that and he probably would have more success in those places. But the reality is that he has a hard time making friends even in America. So when you come, let's say if he was to move to DR or do something like that, because he does Bitcoin or crypto, so he'd be able to make some money overseas. Well, if you can't make friends in the United States, you might have a hard time doing it overseas, especially in the local community or the expat community. So he might just experience the same things. Like, he has to change his mentality over, number one, adding value to men and becoming friends with men, because it helps you a lot. Everything goes up when you have men friends, like real serious high quality men friends. Your income goes up, your innovation goes up, your confidence goes up when you have male friends. And even if he was to go to the Philippines, someplace like that, he still needs to be able to have that ability to make friends with people along the way. And that's the one thing about social people, is that if they're in Poland like I was, or wherever, Luxembourg, they'll be able to always do that. But he got to change his mentality about having men friends and basically just being able to be around men in a platonic way so that, you know, he could learn some game. He could be around dudes who know how to talk to women, dudes who could, you know, give him some confidence, give him some understanding. You know what I mean? Like, you need that.
I don't know, man. It just kind of, it swayed my whole worldview of how I see. And now I'm just like a lone wolf on some loser loner type. But I mean, it doesn't really pay me no mind.
Yes, it does pay you some mind, man. Stop saying that, bro. It pays you some mind because you making the video, and that's why you're complacent, because you're on this path. You understand you're on this path. You want to do something about it, but you've given up. But hey, man, you don't seem like a bad guy or anything like that. I mean, I don't know if you're a midget or whatever, but I mean, if you're over 5 foot, I mean, look, man, some women don't care about your height like that, for real. If you have confidence in yourself, some women might give you a pass on that if you're a real dude, legitly. Like some women, some women gonna care about it. But if you're a real dude, legitly, it's not gonna matter, and you don't want them no way. But you gotta start believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you also.
Maybe you know mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fine by me. I like being alone, you know. I discover a lot much more about myself, why I react, how I react, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
You haven't discovered shit about yourself, bro. The only thing that you discover is you're on a complacent path, and you're not getting what you want out of life. You keep making excuses for yourself. You're not getting what you want out of life, bro. So stop trying to make it like you are. You're not.
Of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I don't think being alone is really problematic. I think I do get lonely. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being alone and lonely.
I'm tired of talking to this dude. Bruh, email me planetoshare@gmail.com. I think you got a chance though, bro. But you got to accept that you do care about it, right? Stop making excuses for yourself, man. There's plenty of chicks out here. If you put yourself out there enough, somebody will talk to you. Some dudes will be friends with you. We all need friends. All right? Subscribe to the bell. We out.